All right, we're here with Tom Mirabel from IHe.
Hello.
Good to see you, Tommy.
Good to see you guys.
Always. Been friends for a while.
Long time.
Yep, it's always good to see you. So, Tom, I'm going to ask you about 10 to 12 questions.
Sure.
And I just want you to just answer right off the cuff, basically.
No problem.
To the question. First is, who and or what brought you to hunting? Like, how did hunting come a part of your life?
Well, probably hanging out with the Donovans and going to the cabin and being exposed to the camaraderie and the gamesmanship of the hunting all through the years, starting back when we were very young, as you know, going up there weekends and hunting small game, hunting big game, and just really loving it, really enjoying it.
So you've been hunting for how long now?
A long time, probably a good 20, 25 years. Yeah, a long time.
Yep, absolutely. So basically, it was friends that brought you to.
Yeah, nobody in my family hunted, so it was all just friends.
Right. Tom, if there's a particular hunter or hunters for that matter that you respect the most, who are they and why?
Well, I gotta say, it's probably the group of guys that exposed me to hunting the most. Again, like the friends, and I guess it's just it's inspiring to see how much time they put into the woods and how much time they dedicate towards it, and seeing how much that time actually pays off. Obviously, because year in year out they score bucks or does, if that's what they're going for, and it's because they put the time in, not just during the season, but before the season, preseason, and so it's all the friends that have exposed me to the sport, really.
Basically, our group.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep. Good bunch of guys.
Excellent.
Tom, I'm going to ask you to use just 3 words, and
sure.
You only get to use 3.
Okay.
But describe the hunting experience.
Okay, exciting. This is a tough one. Just 3 words, huh?
Just 3 words.
Okay. Heart pounding at times, and trying at times.
And trying, yeah.
I think that's the 3.
I think those are three good ones.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here and I ask the same questions to everybody, and I hear some redundancy, but different, and they're all great. They're all great. In the same vein, Tom, using 3 words only. What do you feel are the 3 most important attributes that a hunter needs to possess?
Well, I guess patience, I think, is one of the biggest attributes. Perseverance and dedication, really. I think are the 3 big ones.
Patience, perseverance, and dedication.
They come to mind right away. Yep.
Right. I think if I was sitting in your chair, I would have said those same 3 things.
Really? Yeah.
You've been hunting a while, obviously, over 25 years. 25 years. You've had a lot of hunting experiences. Is there any particular hunting experience that is indelibly printed on your mind?
Yeah, it's probably it's probably last year when I got scored my first buck with the bow. It was quite exciting. Not only was the kill exciting, but leading up to the kill, yeah, it was nice, and I think leading up to the kill was probably even more exciting because I really got to see the rut in full gear. I got to see bucks chasing does. I got to see bucks fighting together, spawning, and it was just the whole morning was really exciting because there were deer everywhere, and it was just a really exciting morning.
Yeah, that is awesome. Seeing them sparring.
Yeah, it was something I just never thought I'd see in the woods, and when I saw it, I really. I was just in awe. It was quite exciting. So I usually don't see stuff like that, and when I did, I was really excited. So.
You see that after all those years, then you get rewarded.
It does pay off. Yeah, it took a while, but it does pay off.
Absolutely. I was glad I was there to obviously see you harvest that buck. That was great. Is there anyone now, Tom, that you're mentoring in hunting, or do you have your eyes on anybody that you've thought about mentoring in hunting for the future?
Well, I really don't right now at this point. I'm hoping in the future, maybe I just had a son, you never know if he takes to hunting, that I can expose him to the sport and maybe mentor him and so that he can enjoy it, in later years. He's young right now, but hopefully later on I can begin that process with him.
Right, right. You hear a lot about the declining population of hunters and the alleged declining popularity of hunting. What do you feel the future of hunting holds?
I think the future is still strong. I think it's a necessity, especially on Long Island. For those that hunt on Long Island, I think it's an absolute necessity. When you speak to people, and as you know, you live in the areas where there is a strong deer population. There's a big population of people that really want and need some type of control for the exploding population. And I live in more western Nassau, Suffolk County, and believe it or not, we're seeing more and more deer where I live, which you never used to see as much. And I'm not really sure what the reason is, but more and more I think they need to continue the sport of hunting to try to control the population, especially here on Long Island.
Right. So you feel that actually there's a strong possibility of hunting growing?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Right. To deal with pressures.
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You see more and more car accidents. There were car accidents in Smithtown. People hitting deer. Which never used to be. So
right.
For some reason it's getting worse.
Right.
The population problem. So
now, Tom, you're an avid hunter. You appreciate hunting. You watch hunting shows. You read hunting magazines and so forth. A lot of these shows tend to profile hunting that's going on outside of New York, whether it be Illinois, Kansas, Wisconsin, these type of areas.
Right.
What do you see the differences are between what you're seeing on TV or reading about in a lot of the journals and what we experience here as New York hunters?
That's kind of a tough question. That's a tough question. I mean, my hunting background, although I've been hunting a long time, is probably not as much. I don't get the opportunity to hunt as much as I'd like, and as much as just some of the other guys in the group. So the differences in what you see on television a lot of times is hard. The only thing I can say is that when you watch the shows and when you see a lot of the shows that I've watched in the past, a lot of it is centered around ranches or centered around areas of extremely large deer population where maybe it's just the way they're filming, but there's extremely large deer population and this continuous deer passing by, and there's also extremely large bucks. Maybe you see that around here, but it's not as I think as and again, maybe I'm saying this because I don't get into the field as much as some of the other guys, but I don't see as much of that when I hunt in New York and Long Island as what you typically do on some of these shows that are filming out west and in some of these other areas.
I think that's pretty accurate thing.
Yeah,
pretty accurate statement. Now, kind of in the same vein of questioning, you've hunted upstate New York, you've hunted on Long Island.
Yes.
Interstate, do you see any differences? What's your perspective about the differences between hunting upstate and hunting right here in our backyards?
Again, that's an interesting question. Hunting on Long Island, I think you tend to see maybe more of a deer population at times. You tend to see more deer, or again, this is from my experience, you see more deer and you see smaller deer than I typically see upstate. Upstate I see quantity-wise less, but quality-wise I usually see more. Again, this is just my experience. Might not be everybody's, but that's what I typically see.
You have any hunting goals right now, Tom?
Hunting goals. That's another good question. Well, I would like to, you know, I got my first buck last year, like I said, with the bow. I would like to get a nice wall hanger. The buck I got last year was nice, but I'd like to get one that I would feel really excited about, to where I could
Put it on the
say I could mount this thing and put it on the wall,
Right.
obviously. And for me, I do the majority of my hunting with the bow, so that would be, you know, with the bow. I'd like to score one really nice buck with the bow.
Right. Me too.
Wouldn't we all, right? Of course. I think it's a loaded question.
Tom, you watch some of the shows, you read some of the magazines. Is there any particular show or publication that you would recommend to hunters?
Well, I don't watch as much as the shows. I do some of the reading. The one magazine I get that I happen to enjoy is the Peterson's Bow Hunting magazine.
Peterson's.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I think it has a lot of good articles, and they also do a lot of gear testing and you know, gear reviews and stuff like that I find interesting. So you know, and it has more. You know what I enjoy about the magazine is I think it has more articles that would pertain to somebody like me, as opposed to you know, having articles about you know, hunting elk up
Right,
in
right.
Canada, which you know, I don't plan on doing anytime soon. You know, so for me, you know, I'm looking for, you know, whitetail information, gear, bow hunting gear, and that has a lot of information on that.
Right. Final question, Tom. As a member of IHe, how do you feel we should be moving forward towards, you know, promoting and preserving the sport and tradition that we love?
I think the direction that it's going is a good one, and I think that if we all just keep spreading the word for IHE, you know, through IHE, about hunting, about the necessities of hunting, and both here on Long Island and upstate New York, I think that'll just be advantageous to everybody, really, for all hunters, and you know, for those non-hunters that are looking to help control the deer population as well. So.
Absolutely, kid. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, man.